Go buy some merch. Okay, let me try this again. I don't like black women. No.
Racist.
No, hold on. I can do this. I would prefer to date white women over black women.
Still racist.
Fuck. I know it sounds racist, but trust me, I promise it's not. Just hold on. I'm not saying that black women aren't attractive. I'm just saying they're not attractive to me.
Okay.
Right? And I'm not saying black people are criminals. I'm just saying they're criminals to me. See, it's still racist. Adding to me doesn't automatically make it preference instead of racism.
Okay.
Give up now? Never. I will die by this. Having a preference in dating or sexual partners is not racism. I will die on this hill. Just give me a... Hold on. Okay, am I allowed to, when buying a car, prefer a white car over a black car?
Yeah, that's just your preference.
Aha! Okay, so now when I'm choosing a dating partner, am I allowed to prefer a white woman over a black woman?
No, that's racist.
Why? It's the same setup for cars and for women. Why?
Well, for starters, one is an object.
And the other is a car.
No, yeah, but we shouldn't be laughing. This is a serious topic.
Yeah. Look, car color is a preference about an object. You can't hurt a car's feelings. But if you say you'd rather have a white girlfriend than a black girlfriend, that implies that they're less desirable because of their skin color, which people perceive as racist. The difference isn't necessarily what you feel, it's how it affects others when it's said out loud. Okay, so then what you're saying is it's not objectively racist, it's just perceived as racist. Well, I think all racism is perceived. There's no such thing as something that's objectively racist. Okay, that's objectively racist. Okay, so can you agree that race is a touchy thing because in our society we've had a history with race? But to me, it's just another physical characteristic like height. Like if I say I like short women better than tall women, you would call that preference. Right, because in our human history, height hasn't really been a touchy subject, but race has. So if, for example, slavery happened, but instead of black people being enslaved, it was tall people being enslaved, could you see how the script could be flipped in that reality saying I like short women better than tall women could be seen as discriminatory, and saying I like white women better than black women could be seen as just having a preference in physical traits, just like how in this reality it is with height.
Yes.
Damn it. Okay, wait, you can?
Yes, that actually makes total sense.
All right, fuck yeah, cool. So we're in agreement. Look, it's not that I disagree with you, it's just that it's hard to make the point you're trying to make sound good. I get what you're trying to say, because in our mind, liking white girls over black girls can be seen as just like liking a small physical trait like height. It's actually like implying that, race isn't some big difference between people, right? Like it's a small trait like height. That chick's a little taller, that chick's a little fatter, that chick's a little blacker. Right? It might actually be less racist to think that way, because I don't see it as a gap between black people and white people. I see it as a gap between people with a slight physical characteristic difference, which is race.
Exactly.
But most people won't agree with that, again, because of our history of problems with race in this country. So I may agree with you, but I wouldn't necessarily want to share that opinion out loud. Wait, are you posting this?